All right. Guys, I'm going to do these one page at a time. I'm just going to do some examples from each, and then you can work so I can tell you what we're doing on the test, okay? Okay, so of course I'm going to start with 1-1 first, right? Most of what it's asking is for average rate of change. Average rate of change is the same thing as velocity, which is basically the derivative, which is the slope of the line. Okay? So if I am given f of x equals x cubed minus 4x plus 3, and I want to find the average velocity over this. That just means find the slope of the line there. How do I find slope of a line?
The derivative.
No. The derivative is the slope of the line, but I don't have an x value. I've got 2 points.
Just pick one.
Don't I? Don't I have a point 0, 3, and 4, 51?
Oh, you plugged them in. Okay. So we plug in a number in between both of those to see if it's positive.
So what I basically want is f of 4 minus f of 0 over 4 minus 0, don't I? Isn't that slope of the line? Remember, this is 1-1. We had not done derivatives yet.
Yeah. Okay.
F of b minus f of a over b minus a.
Right, which is that, right?
What's that?
Whatever this is.
F of b minus f of a over b minus a, isn't it?
B minus A.
So, isn't this 51 minus 3 over 4?
Pretty much what it is.
You can also just do the normal slope.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
That
we
makes
haven't
more
learned
sense.
derivatives in section 1-1.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
You can't take a derivative if you don't know how, right?
Use
So velocity is slope of a line. Isn't that the slope? I believe that is 12. Isn't it? That takes care of 1-1. Now, when you work the worksheet, I want the answers. Like here is your worksheet, right? Number 1, 2, 3, and put the answers here. So I'm not having to flip through everywhere and hunt your answers. When you just circle them, sometimes they're real hard to find. Okay?
Oh, unlike what if they're just like multiple choice? Can we just circle
Then you
them?
just know you put the answer there.
Okay.
So you want it like on the side of the page?
Or on the top, somewhere where you decide you like it, but on the front page where I'm not.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
When you say you want us to put the answer, do you want us to put A, B, or C, or D, or do you want us to put like the actual answer?
The A, B, C, or D.
Okay.
Use the multiple choice. Okay. Can we go to 1-2? One, 2 talks about limits. You know what a limit is? We just talked, didn't we? That the first thing you do is try to plug it in. If it doesn't work, what do? You see if you can algebraically do it. If you can't do that, you can graphically do it. And yes, you can do L'Hopital's if you state you're doing L'Hopital's. Okay? On a free response. On a multiple choice, it doesn't matter. So, this one's kind of a trick one, I think. What is the limit of 7 as x approaches 2?
Ooh,
7. Simple. what is the limit as x approaches negative 1 of x cubed minus 2x? Okay, you should be able to do this though. One?
Plug it in.
One.
Oh.
Now, this one I'm just going to ask if you remember. Do you remember this? The limit as x approaches 0 of sine of x over x. No. Equals what? 1. This is the one you were supposed to remember. We just kind of touched on it lightly. That's why I'm making sure I cover it today. If you want the limit as x approaches 0, sine of x over x, it is 1 every time.
Because if you call that, it's cosine x over 1.
It would be.
1 over 1.
It would be. Or you can just memorize it and save some time. That works too. Okay? How about a graph? Do you remember how to do a graph? With the limit, you're pretty sure?
Like, we graph it ourselves or with our calculator?
How about you look at a graph and decide?
Oh.
You remember this?
Oh yeah, I do remember these. These are fun. I actually like these.
Make sure I do it like they do it. That, by the way, is an open circle. This is. Can't tell very well. All right, I want to ask you questions about this graph, okay? You remember this? This is f of x, by the way. What does that mean?
And approaching from the left side.
I'm approaching 3 from the left. What is it?
1, 2, 3, going to be 0.
0? You'll remember this? I hope. What about the limit as x approaches 3 plus? 4? So what is the limit as x approaches 3?
Undefined.
D and E does not exist.
Any.
You remember D and E? What is the limit as x approaches 6?
It's an open circle, right?
It's an open circle, but that's still where the limit is. It's going to be 4.
Is there supposed to be a dot at,
Yes? Yes. Because my next question is, what is f of 6?
2.
2. The value and the limit does not have to be the same. Do you agree? Yes? Maybe? Good with that? Okay. No picture this time, just a value. As x approaches 2, do y'all remember this, limits?
This is still 2.
This is 1, 3. Can't plug it in because it would make the denominator 0.
Okay.
So you can factor or you can L'Hopital. Will this factor into x plus 5x minus 2?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the limit is 7?
I've completely forgotten about that. Now I know. This is fun.
Because when I cancel this out, I plug 2 in. I'm going to stop right there. We'll pick up here tomorrow.